was a surprise release with no promo. It was only on Apple Music the first day. It just went up on Spotify 9 days ago. We don't hear about the streams. This song wasn't for no Billboard, nothing like that.
I was shot in both of my feet.
Because it's not even about the charting. It's the fact that it's like, it got so much TikToks, it got so much Reels, and that means that people are genuinely listening to it.
I'm very tired.
Okay, loves, welcome back to Exoticteablog. I'm back with another video. Before we get into this one, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so every single time I post you'll be notified. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. Please hit the subscribe button and I love you. Returning subscribers, y'all should keep doing it for me. I genuinely love y'all support. Anytime I see y'all comments, it makes me smile. But let's just quickly get into today's video. Starting up with Megan Thee Stallion. So 36 hours later, Tory Lanez team keeps exposing Megan Thee Stallion and they keep putting out clips we have never seen. Okay, there's a new video circulating the internet where Megan Thee Stallion is telling a whole different story from what we've heard. Okay, this was an interview she did and she was trying to say that Tory Lanez and Kelsey was still in the car and she was outside for Tory Lanez showed her. Let's just quickly get into this video and I'll get y'all the end real quick.
It's like he was standing on the thing that you could stand on.
Like a step rail or something of the car? Because it was an SUV, that the car you guys were in, right? So as the door is open and he's
kind of... He has to have like 1 foot inside of the car.
Yeah.
And he's like shooting over the door.
Over the door. He's leaning over. And then when he's shooting over the door, you have a clear line of sight. And you see it's Tory and he's holding the gun shooting. Okay. You actually saw him holding the gun? Was anybody else standing next to him, or how was his positioning?
So it's the security guard driving, me and the passenger. Kelsey is behind me and Tory is behind the driver. Okay. So like he had to get over her to even shoot at me.
So was he out of the vehicle, or is it from inside?
So you know how you can like stand out of the car, like you're like standing over the door. That's how he was
so
shooting.
Like the door's open.
Yes.
And then he would be standing in the threshold, kind of almost.
But like over the window.
Okay, but leaning over the window. So he's actually still
in the car.
But kind of. Gotcha. Okay, so.
Okay, Miss Lion Lipo was doing her big one on that video and the story was just not making sense. Okay, and in court they said the both of them was outside, but how come on this video Megan Thee Stallion said that Tory Lanez and Kelsey was still in the car when she got shot? Those stories are not adding up. Okay, this shows y'all that Megan Thee Stallion is not even sticking to one story. She has different stories about this whole situation, and a lot of people are coming on here to clock her and Rock Nation. Alex Spyro, her dumbass lawyer, that's coming out to say, oh, all this evidence they putting out, we've seen it before. And I'm like, boy, please, I haven't seen those videos. This is the first time I am seeing them videos. Well, let's get into this. First clip, listen to Meg Thee Stallion say she had a clear line of sight and saw Tory shoot her, but I thought her back was turned and she was walking away. Why are so many stories? Second clip, she described the situation that sounds like Tory climbing on top of Kelsey to shoot her. I want you guys to visualize what she's saying. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Kelsey said he climbed over to the front seat in the interview, which she later retracted and said she lied in it. Okay, you can see Kelsey had a different story from Megan Thee Stallion's story. Sean Kelly said the girl shoots. He maintained that story until he got to court. He met with the prosecutors at his house on Saturday before he testified in court. Okay, and Sean Kelly was the one that came out to say that Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey, both of them was outside. Tory Lanez was still inside the vehicle when Kelsey brought out the gun to shoot Megan Thee Stallion. He saw the two of them fighting outside. Okay, and in case y'all missed the Sean Kelly video, I'm just going to insert it so y'all gonna hear for yourself.
The doors of the Escalade open and the girl come out and pull open the passenger door and started screaming and yelling at somebody in the car.
So the girl who came out of the passenger, you're talking about the front passenger?
No, the rear.
The rear passenger. So the girl comes out of the rear passenger and she goes to the front passenger
Yes.
and she opens up the car door.
Yes.
And then what happens?
They're screaming and shouting at each other and they start fighting.
The two girls.
Yeah, I can see one like feet coming out trying to kick her and the other one's fighting, and then the passenger gets out.
So the girl who does the punching and the kicking is the girl that comes out of the back passenger?
The front, can we stop there? Because I don't want to, I'll tell you and then I want to go. My son's on his own.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't want
and it's loud with the cars.
And I don't really want to. So basically the car stopped. The girl in the back got out, started screaming and shouting, ripped the door, pulled the door open, but pulled it so sort of viciously, that's why I presume the driver got out. She starts screaming, she starts hitting the girl. The girl on the side, her feet come out, she starts to kick the girl away. On passenger, they get out, they start fighting here. They start fighting. The driver comes around and tries to sort of break it up. It gets a bit more violent. And between them, the girl then climbs back into the front driver passenger seat.
Where's the shorter black guy?
He's in the back.
He's in the back of the car? Okay.
That was Sean Kelly's testimony at first, and they continue to say they also took him upstairs during break at the trial. So what happened there? I just want to know, does Tory Lanez have some superpower that we aren't aware of? Just free this man and cut this ish. Free Tory Lanez, okay? And these are people coming to clock Megan Thee Stallion and her lies. Okay, these are people coming on here to clock the lies. I'm gonna tell y'all this. The stories we've heard from this shooting case has been switching, okay? Even if they try to say Tory Lanez has not been consistent with the story. They said last week Tory Lanez said Kelsey shot Megan. This week they're saying she stepped on glass. He never said Kelsey shot Megan. The narrative was Kelsey was the one that pulled the trigger and they did not take her samples for the DNA test. That was the narrative last week when they said 36 hours and 36 hours they didn't provide no information. Okay, nobody said Kelsey shot Megan. We were saying Kelsey was the one that held the gun. Tory Lanez did not touch the gun. And by the way, he was exonerated from that gun. Okay, 90%, 99% of his fingerprint wasn't on that gun. Okay, so they needed to clock Megan, and they clocking Megan now because this is just so dumb. And they are clocking another part of this lies. This is a picture of them doing a little thing to Megan Thee Stallion leg, and Megan claimed that she had operation to take out the bullet fragments. But here's the thing, they used tweezers to remove the bullet, allegedly. Okay, so where do they use tweezers to remove bullet fragments? Y'all need to help me, okay? And somebody said this is the surgery. I mean, is this supposed to look like a surgery? Is this supposed to look like a surgery? And I've been telling y'all this, that girl has no fucking scar on her foot, okay? She has no scars on her foot. Nicki clocked that T on Bigfoot. How you got shot with no scar? Okay, how you get shot with no scar? That's crazy work. Megan Thee Stallion is a liar, and I would stand on my 10 toes to say that she needs to be locked up, okay? Megan needs to be locked up. Tory Lanez is innocent. That man did not cause this girl no harm. In fact, the only reason why she got mad at Tory Lanez was because she caught Tory Lanez trying to flirt with Kylie Jenner at that party, okay? He was trying to hit on Kylie Jenner, and Megan Thee Stallion got mad. Mind you, Megan and Tory was cheating, and she was cheating on her friend's man. So how you get mad because the person you're cheating with is cheating outside? That's crazy, okay? So Megan Thee Stallion is a snake. She's a serpent. She needs to be exposed. And honestly speaking, the BS that Alex Pirate was out here trying to push and saying all this evidence that's come out, they've seen it before during trial. We did not see them, okay? These are all new information to us, and we are going to keep pushing it because y'all want to silence that man so bad. Y'all just don't know how to do it. Y'all just know how to say it. Okay, we see the truth for what it is. Y'all cannot spin the blocks no more. No shade. And here comes Megan Thee Stallion popping out with a big ass sympathy throw. She has come back begging for sympathy. Okay, she's come back begging for sympathy, but we not giving you that shit no more. Okay, nobody, I never give her sympathy. So the general public that was giving her sympathy, they are starting to see the lying horse for who she is, and hopefully her career really goes down the toilet, because I know she's been flopping. That career has not been stable, but she has been flopping. She needs to flop harder. Okay, they need to cancel Megan Thee Stallion, boycott her. Her career should go down the drain so fast, super fast. Okay, no sympathy flow can help you this time around. No cry, no laugh can help you this time around. The only thing you know how to do is twerk, and twerking is not going to save you because that career is still on the toilets. No shade, let's clock it. Okay, I'm over the seahorse and her sympathy fro. She lies a lot and she needs to be exposed for the serpent she is. No shade. She needs to be exposed. I love the fact that newer evidence is coming out though. Anyway, y'all, I would always go back to this Nicki Minaj tweet she put out when Megan was trying to do her big one with that song His. Nicki Minaj was exposing Megan and she said everything on Bigfoot, and Megan Thee Stallion did not come out to debunk, although the fans were saying, oh, Megan Thee Stallion was, oh, Nicki Minaj was lying on that. Nicki Minaj was lying. Megan Thee Stallion got shot with cars and stuff like that. Nicki then tweeted, the first time you catch me in a lie, delete all my music. And Nicki been clocking the T for a very long time. Okay, so the queen of rap knows them bitches Tiana. She knows all of you girls Tiana, and y'all trying to act like y'all smart. Don't play around the queen or you're gonna get fucked up. Okay, don't play around the queen or you're gonna get fucked up. This is why Nicki might tell a joke but never tell a lie. Okay, that scene is still on. The seahorse wasn't shot and she ain't got no scars on her big ass foot. Okay, she was only limping because she stepped on glass bottles. Her Hennessy glass bottle. Let's clock it. Moving over from that though to the next story. So Cardi B is going off on Offset once again, and she's going off on him because he claimed that she's a deadbeat mother. Offset said that Cardi B don't stay around with his kids. That was why he was asking for spousal support. Okay, which did not make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me, but Cardi B went off because Offset reached out to the Breakfast Club, or they reached out to him, and they asked him about the whole situation, and Offset did responded to that. I'm going to insert a little clip of them at the Breakfast Club reading out Offset response, but Offset response to the whole situation really got Cardi B mad, and she decides to go off and wish him death. Okay, let's get into this clip and I'll get y'all.
Asking that Cardi B pay him spousal support. He does not request a specific amount in the documents. The rest of the requests look relatively unchanged. Offset is still asking for joint custody of the children, and he wants Cardi's place to serve as a primary residence for the kids. Now, when these reports came out, you know, I like to reach out and figure out what is going on. I reached out to both sides. We heard back from Offset's team. Offset team says that he does not need the money, that this was filed because he alleges that Cardi B was trying to come at him on things that were not fair. He alleges that she wants to decide when he can see the kids. He also alleges that Cardi B is asking for everything, like the properties and the cars. So his attorneys did this. And he also alleges, and this is a big allegation, he also alleges that he did this because Cardi B is barely ever with their kids.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's playing out in court, and I'm sure there'll be an update.
Okay, so that was what Offset responded to the Breakfast Club. But first things first, Offset is broke. He needs the money. Okay, I get it. Both of them is broke, but I think Cardi B has some sort of way that she can get more money than Offset flop. Okay, Brookset is broke as fuck. But Cardi B, the part of him saying that you don't stay with them kids, you don't stay around them kids, you always popping your coochie out, that's T. Okay, you was in Miami, and I'm pretty sure her kids wasn't in Miami. I am pretty sure, 100% sure that her kids wasn't in Miami. She was outside with Stephon Diggs doing a pink coke, okay, high as a kite, with her crackhead. She was doing the coke, but she decides to come back online, crash out, and wish that enough to flop. Let's get into what she had to say real quick.
The fact that I'm waking up right now to see that this fuck nigga and his fuck ass team, I know it's not his team, I know it's his bitch ass, gonna tell the Breakfast Club the only reason The only reason why this motherfucker asking for spousal support because I was asking for everything. Because I was asking for everything. And because I don't be with my kids. Yo, you such a fucking pussy ass nigga. Word to my mother. I want you to die, but I want you to die fucking slow, nigga. When you die, nigga, I want you to die slow in the bed. And while you die, nigga, you gotta think of me.
Okay, so you guys should let me know how you feel about this down below in the comments. As all the story unfolds between Cardi B and Offset, do I think it's a PR stunt? I definitely believe it's a PR stunt. No shade. She's trying to get her little lemonade moment. That's what she's been trying to do for a very long time. For a very, very long time. Her and Offset flopping go back and forth. They go and come online, do a Twitter play, blah, blah, blah. I've seen this through. Okay? This is not the first time. This is not going to be the last time. The industrial plastic bag always love attention. She loves when they're talking about her. Her and her husband literally released a song that said they would do anything for clout. Okay, let's clock it. They said they would do anything for clout. So I'm not shocked. But the industrial plastic bag don't be staying with her kids. That's something I would stand 10 toes behind off the floor back. Okay, she always outside in the clubs, on the streets. I mean, she's outside doing everything except staying with her kids and recording music. Except that, okay? And with this whole attention she's getting, she might as well announce her album. Will the album sell? That's the question. If she announced the album now or she put out the album, I don't think that album is going to sell because the people don't longer care for her music. Okay? That's why she's trying to get that payola package back from Atlantic Records, because she knows if she put out a single, it's going to flop hard. Okay, she knows damn well if she put out a single, it's going to flop hard. That's why she's going back and forth with Offset. She's going back and forth with bloggers. She's going back and forth with Barb. She needs her name out there. She wants the people to be talking about her before she make a sort of announcement and stuff like that. But Cardi B, it's 2025. You need to wake up and see that nobody gives a fuck about your antics no more. Okay, nobody gives a fuck about the antics no more. You put out a song. If the song flourish, you flourish. If it doesn't flourish, you hang it off the screen. Okay, that's that. That's that. But what y'all think about this, let me know down below in the comments. I definitely believe it's a PR stunt from Offset and Cardi B. They needs to hang it off the screen because we don't want them no more. Okay, I said that we should leave them in 2024, but y'all decided to bring them in 2025. And look at the ugly ass, unnecessary, unwanted family drama we're getting from this. Bullshit ass telenovela. We don't care about this. It's giving Tubi. Okay? Moving over from that. So, Mulatto, aka Scratch Off, is going to be receiving Donkey of the Day once again because she decides to piss me the fuck off. So, she did a new interview. Okay? And on this interview, they asked her about her whole body count situation, and she was loving the whole vibe. I watched the interview, my eyes was paining me seeing Scratch Off being that delusional, but she said the body count thing ain't that serious. She just loves talking about it. Like, girl, we don't care about that information. Okay, you might as well have only one body count, but you're sleeping with a married man, and I don't believe the girl got one body count. No shade. She's just lying about it. And it's very corny because nobody gives a fuck about how many body counts she has. The fact that she's lying about it is so corny. Let's just quickly get into what Mulatto had to say and I'll get y'all the end.
He was inferring that maybe you should stop talking about it. So other thoughts? Talk to me. How did this even come up in the first place?
Be a boss. Don't let everybody put their hand in that cookie jar. Period. Like, it's literally not that deep. I'm pushing, like, be a boss. Like, don't let everybody have access to you.
Do you feel like
I think men should be like that, too. Y'all just be slanging that motherfucker around.
You know, y'all, I'm one of his children, so.
Okay, right.
You know, I'm a good man, but maybe some men out there are different. I can't speak for everybody else.
Right.
But why do you feel like, though, for the women, they should not be allowing men to put their hand in the cookie jar, like you said?
Because they not deserving of it.
What if they are? What if they are good men?
Then give them some of that cookie.
But what if it's more than 5?
I never said that was a bad thing. Why does me popping my, I never said that was a bad thing.
It just felt like you're very proud to, like, have...
I am, though.
But why? Where does the pride stem from?
It's not necessarily like a number that I'm proud of. It's more so like everybody ain't touched this. Everybody ain't had their hands on this motherfucker. You feel me? So
It's
I
a
think
prize.
that's a prize. It's a prize. I like that for me.
Okay, period.
We were making a TikTok to somebody. And the next part was, I don't care about your bodies. So I just was like, oh, do you care if your girl got a lot of bodies or not? It was just literally jokes.
So no like real truthful meaning behind it. Like it was just the next part of the song.
It
and
was
you
the
like,
next part of the song. It wasn't like, oh, I was thinking about that. What the fuck? I don't even care what Tyler got going on.
That's not nice to say.
Respectfully, I don't. I don't even care what y'all got going on. What?
So now it's fuck everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys should let me know how you feel about it down below in the comments. She's that delusional and she's receiving donkey of the day because she is a donkey. She needs to let it go. You are sleeping with a married man. I mean, girl, it's 2025. Hang it off flat screen. Okay, you need to hang it off flat screen. We don't care about how many body counts you've got. You need to start counting how many sales your album's going to sell the next time you drop. No shade. That's something you need to count. You shouldn't be on your counts and body counts. We don't care. Okay, that coochie is probably lame. Sleeping a married man. He's got kids. He needs to hang it off flat screen. Okay, my man, my man, my man. We don't care about your man. We know your man. He's married. Okay, she just pissed me the fuck off. She just fucking pissed me the fuck off. Your single was flopping, by the way. Somebody's nobody and it's trash. Moving over from that though, anyways, that's all I've got for you in this video. You guys should don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next video. And as usual, thanks for watching.